Hello, and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Operation Aegis, our Lancer actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Sarah playing Vika, Patrick playing Freddy, Carr playing Tiana, Eric playing Uriah, Jeremy playing Cortev. I said that like there was somebody else coming after, but there isn't, unless you count the cockatrice. Or cockatiel, or whatever it was.
Cockatoo.
If it sounds like a small pterodactyl in the background, that's what I'm referring to.
Probably mid-sized pterodactyl.
All right, so we wrapped up y'all's peaceful and relaxing vacation last week.
Peaceful and relaxing.
It was mostly.
Nothing
You only ran into what? A few bank robbers.
A hacker.
Yeah, a hacker.
Someone tried to steal a whip.
You know, typical touristy things to deal with.
It's like you went to Cuba for the weekend. It's fine. Space Cuba.
Space Cuba.
Luckily, they can print like organs now, so we're safe from any organ trafficking.
Excellent.
That just make you more vulnerable to organ trafficking.
I mean, you have the fix is better too.
It's organic, free-range kidney here.
Yeah, you know, the rich snooty people don't want printed organs. No.
They want the original
artisanally
in
grown.
your body. Artisanally grown.
They want those SSC organs.
Oh no.
Off-world organs are very popular.
Perfectly handcrafted for every person.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I hate all of that. I hate the accuracy and I hate the visual.
It's the horrors of futurism and transhumanism.
Yep.
These finely produced, handcrafted, artisanal, free-range.
We don't sell people, we sell organs.
We don't sell people, we just sell parts of people.
Yeah, not the whole person.
Did you sell that woman? No, not the whole thing anyway.
You gotta buy that person. Like, it's like a pick apart yard.
Pick and pull yard.
A pull apart yard.
Exactly.
I had the same idea you did there, but I don't want to go near that.
Tangent 1 out of the way.
At least it was like an in-universe tangent.
Somewhat. All right, so y'all get back to base. And I think we handled y'all talking to Jellicoe when you got back.
Yep. I do have on Roll20 a downtime reminder prior to this session.
Yeah. I knew we hadn't done the downtime.
I just.
So y'all have a couple of days of getting settled back in. Doing training, typical patrol kind of stuff. Busy work to keep you sharp. But it does give you enough time to do a little bit in your free time. So let's start with Vika. What is Vika doing in whatever downtime she's got?
You do that like a waiter when I have a cookie in my mouth. Here, hold on.
I didn't notice that until after I'd said it, and then I saw you chew. I was like, oh.
You'd make a great waiter.
No,
How's the food here? Aside from checking up on the Baylor child and taking the Baylor for walkies.
Oh yes, it's delighted to see you, to meet you in person.
showed all the picture or show her all the pictures from vacation and everything. Hmm. Forgot what the downtime actions were. Give me
Oh.
2 seconds.
I think we lost Patrick.
We did.
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh,
There he
there
is.
you go.
There he
Oh.
is. Did you press the magical disconnect button?
Those things suck. She will get a damn drink or get connected, or she's gonna go check in on Charlie and make sure that he got his teeth and face situation squared away.
I don't think he lost any teeth. He just had, he was just had a raccoon mask there for a few days.
I thought he had lost a tooth or got a tooth chipped or something.
I think he did. I think you said he lost a tooth.
Oh, maybe
Yeah, 'cause
so.
he said
maybe
I can
so.
get this reprinted back at base.
Yeah, that
Maybe,
does sound vaguely
yeah.
familiar.
So hunt him down. Be like, you get that tooth reprinted?
He smiles at you real big just to show you where it's at.
Fantastic. Just
Knowing Charlie, did he get it like silvered or
yeah.
gold?
Wait, did he get like a gold tooth?
No, he didn't do that.
Okay.
Not
What, you
that.
think the
Not
man's
that guy. It was
tacky?
camo.
Yes.
I mean, we occasionally make gold teeth.
They didn't have any camo teeth filament.
All right, I am having some connection issues on my end. I'm probably going to just restart.
Okay.
If that's
Mhm.
Be like, well, look, just on behalf of myself and the others, I know we gave you a hard time, but thanks for kind of making everyone do something fun while we were on vacation. Some of us aren't used to downtime,
Yeah,
at least to that extent.
several of you need to learn how to relax. When it's time to relax.
Weird childhoods and upbringings and adulthoods. We're all working on it.
The aforementioned
Hi, pterodactyl.
Yep, there's the pterodactyl.
Yep.
But hey, he's glad you had a good time. I mean, other than the whole giant monster.
Yeah, I'm sure we won't see any more of those for at least a while. Maybe Jellicle will just send us on something nice like patrol.
Yeah, now you jinxed it. He was probably going to, but now you jinxed it.
Yeah. Just somewhere there's whatever the equivalent to a monkey's paw is. Just curling.
Turtle cow paw.
Turtle monkey cow. A monktopus.
Sorry, the puppy monkey baby. That's all I can think of.
She'll like
Sorry.
she'll just be like, good to see you got your tooth squared away. I'm gonna go. I gotta walk my mech.
Now, is there a particular downtime action you wanted to take as far as something you roll for? Because technically you're getting a drink with Charlie when you had this conversation, but that's not exactly how get a damn drink works.
Come back to me. I'll figure something out
Okay.
otherwise.
Cortev.
Cortev had a project that he was working on. So I think he's just gonna follow through on the rest of that project. That's what, an auto 20? Because of the nature of the in progress bit.
Let's see, was that...
He was trying to get an extra scrounge up an extra core battery through his project.
which role is that?
Did you do the get creative?
Get
or is
creative?
it-
Yeah.
All right. All right, and you'd rolled on it once before and gotten a 9 or less, correct? Jeremy,
You're,
you're muted.
I am not muted.
Well, I saw your lips moving.
is
And we weren't
going
hearing
on?
Nothing, so.
I'm definitely not muted.
we hear you now.
I was gonna say I'm watching Discord move.
Okay, but you had rolled a 9 or less earlier.
Yes.
Okay, so using it again means you automatically get the 10 to 19 result.
10 and 19. Okay, cool.
No, that's only if you roll a 9 again, you treat it as a 10 to 19.
Oh,
It's
I
not
got
an
you.
Oh, I
automatic.
see. So
Gotcha.
it
I
is
got you.
another
I got
roll.
you.
Yeah, you still have to roll. So if you get a 20 plus, then you automatically succeed. If you get a 9 or less, you take it as a 10 to 19.
Understood.
Gotcha.
All right. This will be Hacker Fix It.
Yes.
What,
I think that'd be
given
the
the
right
nature of
skill.
what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's low, so I'm probably gonna get that 10 to 19 result. Let me check my freaking modifiers real quick. Thought they would have been on this screen, but they're not. That's a little silly. 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, I did get the 10. I got it anyway. Cool.
All right, then you make some progress on your project, but don't quite finish it. You can finish it during your next downtime without rolling.
Oh, okay.
But choose the 2 things you're going to need: quality materials, specific knowledge or techniques, specialized tools, a good workspace.
I think because specifically he's working in horror space, he probably needs a specific workplace and either specialized tool. Yeah, I think specialized tools.
Okay, both of those would be available on the base.
Yep. And he's just like fabricating like a version of it for his specific mech.
Mhm.
Cool.
All right, Uriah,
Yes.
what are you doing in your downtime?
I'm going to also do get creative.
All right.
It's going
What
to
are you
be
trying to
that's going to
create?
make 3 of us.
He is going to try to expand on his mech's integrated system by trying to create a second core system.
Same hat.
No, not a second core battery, second core system. I.e., I want to make the exotic equipment core system.
I see.
And what does that do? The exotic core?
It's a once per mission limited system. But it's basically I'm firing my laser that I can only do once per mission. It's not even like limited to where like I get extra charges. Literally just I can only do it once, and then it's done after that.
So your new mech's got the Godzilla breath, but it can only do it once.
Yeah. However, from the wording, it operates independently of the inbuilt core system.
So you don't have to choose one or the other. You can do each one of them once on the mission.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, give me a roll.
Who put the Barbosa cannon on a mech that Uriah has?
I should actually get into Roll20. I forgot about that.
What's his new mech's name? War Crimes.
Mm-hmm.
What's his new mech name? Yes.
Jeez.
What's his mech name? Uriah No.
Well, I mean, actually,
That's
it's called,
someone's nickname for it.
actually, it's called Error of Your Ways, so that's not inaccurate.
Error of Uriah's way.
Yeah, Error of Your Ways. Let me finish logging into Roll20. I completely forgot I needed to actually log into that. I was just sitting in CompCon, just hanging out,
I feel that.
Twiddling my thumbs.
more or less. Okay. Since this is a mechanics thing, does my background advantage come into play?
So what was your background again?
Mechanic.
Oh, yes.
Not roll RD20, roll 1D20. We're at 4 grit now?
Yes.
Ooh, okay, cool. So this is a plus 10. +21.
21. All right. You finish your project before the next mission.
Yay.
If it's especially complex, treat this as a 10 to 19, but only choose one.
I mean, it's a machine that he built and designed by hand, so I don't know if that'd play in anything, as it's not something that just
That's
like
true.
just
This is all.
printed.
This is an extra thing for the mech you've already been working on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and just count it like normal then.
Okay. Yeah. So.
And your new mech
Uriah.
is, of course, finished printing out by the time you get back.
Yeah. We'll say, like, despite its picture being on all fours, its actually default sort of standing position is upright, like on its hind limbs.
Well, the artwork for it looks more bent over, kind of like a T-Rex has been over.
Yes. Because one of its that's how he did the art, because one of its like frame traits is once it gets into danger zone, it actually gets down on all fours and then just starts sprinting.
Okay.
So
Terrifying in the slightest.
so the design bit was it can. That's why, like, on the rear legs, you see like it. There's the front, and then there's also like the back, sort of like stabilizer, so it can rear upright.
Okay.
So it's sort of designed like it. That's why it's slow outside of danger zone, because it's bipedal. In danger zone, it gets much faster.
Gotcha.
So.
All right, Tiana, what are you thinking of creating?
She's also getting creative. Now that she officially owns her arm, she's going to make an alteration to it. She's going to make an alteration to it to where the hand can detach, and there's actually like a metal coil in there, so she can actually like launch it to attach it to a mech, so that she can pull herself to it.
So you're doing the Bonnet Commando grappling hand.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Or Blitzcrank.
That's awesome. Blitzcrank, yeah.
For a second there, I
Yeah,
thought she was giving herself a rocket punch.
No. She's going to attack on Titan this. She's going to attack on Titan this is basically what's going to happen with this arm.
That's when you get the mobility hard suit.
So
you can fly.
Yeah.
That's the one Uriah uses.
This would be hack and fix, correct?
Correct.
I used Invent and Create.
You have Invent and Create.
Well, yeah, I don't have Invent Create. I have a hacker fix.
Well, this is simple enough. We'll let you go with that then.
So you are fixing your arm.
Technically. 13, so...
All right, so you make progress. What do you need? Quality materials, specific knowledge and techniques, specialized tools, a good workspace. You got to pick two of those.
I feel like quality tools and probably a good workspace would probably be the more ideal.
Okay. So specialized tools
options.
And a good workspace. So you're working on it. You're getting some progress, but you can only work on it when you can reserve the proper workspace. In the mechanic shop. All right, Vika, have you thought of anything?
Yeah. Going to get focused and try and train a little bit more. She knows she can take somebody out, but she's gonna try and work on speed. So gonna try and train to improve the get somewhere quickly.
All right, what is that?
Get focused.
Yep, get focused. Name what you want to improve. Example, skill, technique,
yeah.
academic, some language, da-da-da. New +2 trigger, or you can improve a trigger from 2 to 4 or 4 to 6 by taking downtime action.
Okay.
Let me get to the window to roll.
And Jason, can I go ahead and say that she's like marked up a blueprint for this?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so there's no roll for that one. It's just what you spend your time doing.
Oh, I don't even have to roll. Sweet. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, she's gonna add 2 to get some more quick.
So you're doing a lot more track and field kind of training.
Yeah, running, hurdles, stuff like that.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid Man through stuff.
As appropriate.
All right, so that covered everybody.
Except for Patrick, I think.
Who's
Okay.
still rebooting?
He just popped back into Discord, but now he says Discord is updating.
Of course.
Because of course it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's happened to me before.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how many times I've turned on Discord or OBS or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom. I update every 5 seconds.
Let me check. See if he's back on Zoom. Not yet. So while y'all are back, Jellicoe tells you they have been contacted by a local news organization that wants to interview you about the attack up in Farlendan. He goes, completely up to you whether you want to want to be interviewed or not. You did fine when they when the Farlendan guys interviewed you. So he's got no issues if you wanted to talk to these guys. By the same token, if you're tired of talking about it, they'll tell me you really don't have anything to add. Do any of you want to get on the news?
Ask if any of us are getting on the news.
Do any of you want to be on the news?
Okay, we'll get on the news to talk about. He will practice the speech that is given to him that is inevitably given to him by the Union.
Jellicoe didn't really have anything written down for you. He's just kind of like,
you go.
How y'all have talked about it before? It's fine. You were just there relaxing. And, you help people get off the beach.
That's kind of more or less how it goes.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Kind of working on trying to figure out a micro version of a particle accelerator at the moment.
Vika will volunteer to stand in the background and be supportive.
Like this in the background.
Like
Cortez
scary dog privileges.
Cortez will be in there and like speaking on behalf of the workshop.
Oh, are they going to want me to talk because I went up and slapped the Kraken?
I'll tell you what. I'll talk. I saw what you guys did. I can kind of approximate everything.
The only awkward moment is when the interviewer, you're talking about everything that's gone on. The interviewer, brings up some of the footage, is talking about some of the footage, and then mentions that she never actually saw you in any of the footage.
Sometimes you have to be in the back. Where do you think some of this footage
Who do
came
you
from?
think recorded
I-
the footage?
Yeah.
Let's say you hear from the crowd. Who do you think was recording?
As many Lancer pilots can attest, kind of feel a little naked without your mech.
It's fairly clearly Uriah that says that. At least he snuck in somewhere.
Well,
Like a hoodie on.
That didn't stop your one friend from literally charging the monster.
I would say I will go on record and saying it was ill-advised, as much as I love him. But
I suppose it
got
worked
the
out,
job
though.
done. Yes.
Vika from her intimidating background. Sometimes it's good to have eyes in the sky so you can see the whole situation.
Oh, so he was like
vacation.
coordinating with you. Oh, that makes sense.
Even on vacation, we all have means of communicating with each other. I would argue, especially on vacation. It went from, oh, look at this cute thing I found, to look at this big ass kraken really very quickly.
So you're saying the situation escalated very quickly.
Yes. 1 minute I was playing volleyball, the next minute I was on top of a hotel roof.
And then, though after the Uriah outburst of "Who do you think was filming it?" she does ask you, you know, if this footage was actually filmed by you.
And is it my footage or is it?
Yes, if you remember last time I told you the
other guy sold it.
Yeah, the footage he took went just to his channel.
Yeah,
And then he apparently sold the footage that you swapped him
I get paid a pretty
to
good salary,
everywhere
it's
else.
fine.
Do what now?
This footage, yes, that is mine. You'll notice the POV is directly from my eyeline.
So she has a few questions about that. You know, did somebody steal the footage from you? You know, I assume you just explained that. No, we just swapped footage. You know,
We swapped footage. The individual, I wasn't aware that he was going to sell the footage, but hey, I get paid pretty good by being a Lancer pilot, so I don't. It's not. It's a hobby of mine. It's not one of those things I like to charge for anyway. So
okay.
I hope you made a pretty penny.
Pay your
Kind
cameraman, people.
of under her breath, she's like, based on what our network paid for it.
Pay for quality. I respect it.
Patrick, are you back?
Yes.
All right. Are you on Zoom yet?
No, not yet.
Do you know what downtime action Freddy would want to take?
Since I started some investigating last time, at least a little after the encounter, I want to do more research on the Bull of Heaven.
Okay, so gather information.
Hang on, let me go to bring up CompCon.
So yeah, when you gather information, you poke your nose around, perhaps where it doesn't belong, and investigate something, conducting research, following up on a mystery, tracking a target, or keeping an eye on something. You might head to a library or go uncover to learn what you want, or to learn what you can. Whatever is involved, you're trying to gather information on a subject of your choice. You can use information gained as reserves. So name the subject and method, and then you roll. So you were saying you wanted to...
I'm researching the Bull of Heaven.
Okay.
And Mithras in particular to see, now that we actually know at least a call sign, find connections there. In some ways, also, if possible, a means of contact or tracking the bull down.
Okay. All right. So, what skill tags do you have that you think would go in?
That would be
this?
investigate.
Makes sense. What is your background?
Mechanic in this instance.
That would not help, but your investigate certainly would.
Yeah.
Don't forget to add your grit.
Let's see,
And y'all are up to 4 grit now?
4, correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
And what is your method? I mean, you say investigating, but are you?
in a lot of ways, I'm searching both in terms of, because we know it has some association with the cult, but also news clippings, appearance. When did this bull first start appearing? Because this seemed to be a known quantity on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And in some ways, I'd probably go through both the military reports for both the League and also the Shinar.
Okay.
So that is a 15.
All right. So that gets you in the mid range. So you find what you're looking for, but you have to choose one. You leave clear evidence of your rummaging. You have to dispatch someone or implicate someone innocent to avoid attention. And I'm going to say the only legally dubious thing that you do is maybe you bypass like the Shinar firewall, like China's got a firewall
Yeah.
where they can kind of block access to certain things. You kind of work around the Shinar firewall to not going into any sort of restricted government systems, just bypass their firewall to kind of get into their news networks and stuff.
Yes. So I will just leave evidence that I was doing this.
Okay.
Because Freddy is not the kind of person to throw someone under a bus.
That's fair. So some civilian security specialist over there figures out that you're rummaging around, but too late to stop you from, going through all the news reports. And you have a stack of information on the Bull of Heaven.
All right.
Let me just jot down that you need info on the Bull of Heaven. There are times when this could be used as reserves. So, but yeah, the gist of what you find out though, the bull has only appeared as of this conflict. He's not somebody that popped up in like the previous wars. He popped up early in the conflict. Within the first month of fighting, there were starting to be oddball reports of him. He's been active mostly on the Shinar side of things. Sometimes coming to a military unit of theirs, coming to their aid. He has confronted the cult on more than one occasion. There are a series of incidents where there was obviously armored cavalry fights, mech fights. But the Shinar only found it kind of after the fact, so they don't really know who was involved with it. But the bull's name gets thrown around when people are speculating about those things.
I see.
He's also shown up in fights and dealt with people as he needed to, but just sort of beeline somewhere, destroyed something, and got out. But nobody really knows why he was doing what he was doing. According to the Elder, like I said, you don't have like restricted military stuff, but by all the reports you could find, all the news clippings, video clips, nobody in the Shinar military knows who or what he is. He's helped the troops enough that it's almost a folk hero status within the Shinar.
As you said, specifically, they only focused on the Shinar side of things.
Mostly. Now, he has been seen. He has been spotted in kind of the front line a few times.
Okay.
Let's see, anything else? As far as like the name, the Bull of Heaven, it's a mythological creature from Cradle. Not tied like directly into Ninurta, but it's from the mythology of that same part of the world.
Interesting.
It's referenced. There's several references to it, but one reference to it is in the Epic of Gilgamesh, where it was unleashed to. I forget, Gilgamesh had pissed somebody off. It got unleashed, and I forget if he dealt with it by himself or if he dealt with it with an Enkidu.
Yeah, I knew at least that Enkidu was the origin of that. Well, Gilgamesh was the origin of the word Enkidu.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that was his buddy. But
he's coming for you, Garrick.
Well, it may have been the Bull of Heaven may have gotten sent after him first, and Enkidu may have been the second attempt, because initially Enkidu was sent after him too.
Yeah.
Mithras is another deity. No direct connections with the Bull of Heaven, although he was connected to bulls in general. Again, roughly same part of the world. All these guys were like Bronze Age.
Yeah.
So, this guy, the cult, they're all a bunch of history nerds, apparently.
Or specifically, deities from the Cradle and the Cradle Civilization area, too.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mithras veered up into what, Anatolia.
Yeah, because it was...
he's spread around a bit. And there were some very famous kings named after him. As late at least as the Roman era. But you don't find any kind of clue as to who the pilot actually is. He's made no public statements. The number of times anybody's reported him actually speaking to them, it's like 4 or 5 times tops. And it was usually like, he might come in and kind of, assist somebody in combat, but not so much he rallied the troops and they wiped the other side out so much as he showed up, kept people busy while he basically, ordered whoever he was helping to retreat. Kind of like he didn't say a whole lot to y'all. He spoke to y'all, or spoke to Uriah at least, but
yeah,
he wasn't exactly verbose.
Yeah.
But that will count as a reserve. If at some later date you're, specifically trying to contact him in the moment, or something to that effect, it'll count as something you can kind of tap to use. Now, if everybody has done their downtime, so you're back. So you've been back home for a few days when Jellicoe calls you in. You knew you were supposed to be shipping out in 3 or 4 days for patrol. But he calls you in, lets you know there's been a change of plans. Farlendan has contacted Union, and the Leagues for that matter, and the Shinar as well. But they're requesting assistance in essentially searching for the origin of that creature you dealt with. Their shoreline, there's a lot of underwater caves and so forth in that region. And they have a limited number of submersible devices. They really don't have a whole lot of mech frames.
I guess if our mechs are pressure sealed, that we can go underwater, huh?
You can go underwater. They handle pressure very well. There are issues.
Is it the same thing about needing an EVA frame?
I don't recall if it's exactly the same or not, but
It is.
uh,
Yeah, because EVA module, you suffer no penalties when operating underwater or in zero-G environments.
Oh, goodbye, cable winch.
Yep.
now if you don't have the EVA module, you can walk along the bottom. It counts as difficult terrain.
Ooh.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Bless you again.
Ooh.
And if your mech can fly, then it can move through water using its flight systems without any trouble.
Do you still take heat if you are flying underwater?
I don't think any of that changes.
But it should. You have coolant all around you.
Maybe it's hot water. I don't know.
That's the name of That's the name of this episode. In hot water.
I was just gonna go with under the sea.
I have high stress mag clamps. That mean walking through there without any issue, or
No, the sea floor is not magnetic.
that's
Just picture you turning them on and go.
And also that is specifically for your pilot.
no. This is
Oh.
high stress mag clamps is a system for my mech.
Okay, never mind. My bad.
Yeah,
you got
it's
that.
an SSC one.
You treat all solid surfaces as flat ground. That's what lets me run up walls.
You're standing like this, suddenly you're like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, in artificial structures that would work fine. On a sandy sea floor, there's that. Yeah, that's.
I may ditch that one for this mission and equip an EVA module.
That's an easy swap out to make. So yeah, any of you that need an EVA, just pick one of your systems. They'll swap out.
Thankfully,
But I like all my systems.
and thankfully, since we got an extra level of grit, you get an additional system point.
Well, Vika, you could always just ride on the back of the dog. You've got a lance, don't you? The dog could just be your mount in combat. You could be jousting your
No.
enemies.
Speranza says no.
No, no joust.
No sense of adventure. No sense of adventure.
I'm saying.
But yeah, anyway, Jellicoe did you. They requested aid in searching, just to make sure there's no more of these things, or try to flush them out. Like I said, they don't have a large contingent of lancers in their military. They've maintained their neutrality for a long time. So a lot of their military budget goes into stationary defenses around cities, and
Mm.
I think I might have missed something you were explaining this. Is this the actual neutral nation?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
This is the country
Just
y'all were
were.
visiting in the last mission.
Okay. Well, you said they don't have a lot of frames. Wait. Okay, then that made sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're on pretty good terms with both the League and the Shinar. The last two wars, the peace was finally negotiated, treaties signed, in their country they were hosting. But Jellicoe says, they requested aid. They have specifically requested you. And mailed in Audrey, but they shipped out a couple of days ago. There's no way to get them back in time, so. They're backing up another squad. We don't want to leave that squad short. So. The Mad Dogs are also going, but y'all won't be working together exactly. You know, you're being split up to check out different stuff.
Mhm.
You'll need to leave out tomorrow.
Mhm.
He has given any modifications you need to make for underwater for an underwater mission. He's given your mech's priority, so you can just walk into the bay and the mechanic should be able to get you fixed up real quick.
Mhm.
Are they paying us really good? Are they paying the union really good for this, or kind of what's the deal here? Are we trying to make inroads with this faction?
Considering this is Union, we are definitely trying to make inroads.
That is correct. Not that Union is on bad terms with these guys or anything.
They're just neutral of everyone, kind of intentionally.
Yeah, they just don't particularly care about Union one way or the other. If Union wants to buy something from them, cool.
What makes a man turn neutral? Our lust for gold?
So, if they can help them solve this problem, that'll get them in their good graces. I mean, admittedly, everybody they're asking is sending them help. So, but at least we won't lose ground. Their opinion of us won't lose ground. So, and if we discover this is something, anything else we can discover about this cult, it's probably something that we want to know.
Well, considering whatever was controlling the Kraken was out to sea.
Mm-hmm.
Which I kind of sense the Bull of Heaven in that direction. So.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you if you encounter him again.
I think if we're fighting the cult, probably would help us.
Oh yes, I would definitely assume the cult's a mutual enemy. I guess try to talk to him and get any information out of him you can. If the chance comes up, let him know Union would be very interested in opening communications with him.
Yeah, I can do that. I guess of our group, I'm the most familiar.
Well, it's any of you that get the chance.
And you do register that I actually shared that information with the group too, when it comes to it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you let me know everything you've researched. Okay.
Well, if we do run into another Kraken down there that's under control, I guess my mech would be useful for combating it.
Is that what the design of yours is for?
Close range combat and suppression or elimination of either high risk, high value, or oversized targets, yes.
So point in a direction and beat.
I noticed it was quite a bit bigger than your previous frame.
Yeah. I was kind of using the other megafauna we've encountered as a baseline.
But splicing
Is
them
it going to
together.
sprout wings?
It actually has wings on its back. They're kind of like folded up, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of using them as a baseline. I mean, the main body is kind of a mix of the kind of apex predator and those turtle cow things, with some of the more carrion feeders and aerial hunters for like flight systems, and a little bit of the Kraken in there. But
how's the Kraken in there? You ran into that thing. Your mech was already printing by the time you ran into the Kraken.
It's the tattoo on its side.
No, see the cutie mark I put right here.
No, I hate that.
Gotta
It-
go.
It's one of its
God.
one of its integrated weapon systems.
Oh,
This integrated weapon system, the Care Bear stare.
kind
Yeah, I mean you don't want to get stared at by this thing, but sure.
Mm.
But yeah, it's got a lot of weapons and can deal with a lot of targets.
All right. Well, Jelly goes like if you know. So that's what I've got. If you have any specific questions, go ahead and ask now.
They couldn't have asked this when we were there, and you guys just shipped the mechs.
He's like, it took him a few days to decide on this, I guess. You know how bureaucracies are. It would have been more
Fair
convenient
point.
if you'd have just already been there.
Yeah.
I would have asked for more money.
Money is not necessarily Union's top priority.
Where?
Just give us lifetime resort passes.
Ty's
Honestly,
like, yes.
not a bad idea.
Unlimited buffet.
Well, all right. Clearly, you have
salad
no
and
relevant
breadsticks.
questions.
Well, I do
Okay.
have one not tied to the mission. But how is mine and Vika's former employer taking things?
They are dragging their feet on accepting the offer to buy out your contracts.
Because of course they are.
Yeah, you're right. He pauses and goes, "Ah, I would triple check all of your security measures in the near future, as soon as possible, because that means they're probably singing Duskwing squadrons here.
I could kill them.
They'll be here,
We're,
and
we're going to have to."
don't worry, they'll be here in
That means probably
50 odd
to them-
years.
that means to them that there's something here that I was hiding, and now they probably want to know what it is.
Which is not entirely untrue.
Yeah, but now that they're like,
They
"Hey,
don't need to know
what's
that.
your project? How's your project going? Like, how's it going over there?" And then it's like, then Union's suddenly buying our contracts. Like, yeah, they're gonna want to try to find out what's here.
Pat. Well, let's go fight some monsters. Worry about it later.
He'll
Yay.
he'll alert security to be on the lookout.
Watch out for illusions, mirages, and stealth technology, primarily. That's kind of there. Yes, we're going. I know.
Gently grabbing by the back of the shirt.
Is she pulling him out of the chair or just rolling the chair along?
50-50. He's probably like clinging to the chair and she's pulling by the shirt.
Probably, yeah. He's getting dragged away by the chair. He's holding onto the chair and rolling out the room.
I'll bring it back.
I actually do have one question.
All right.
Since we are going to be exploring the area, excuse me, do they have any maps of the, at least known maps of the area we'll be diving in?
Yes, they do. They do have some. And he kind of and he'll send that to you. Or it'd probably be in the mission pack, loaded into your mix. But they do have some of that. And he's kind of like, this is the general area that Union is helping with. I don't know exactly where they're going to send you. You're going to meet up with one of their ships, and they will lead it from there. Ideally, you will not go ashore. With the whole neutrality thing, they don't really want you going ashore with your mechs. Obviously, emergencies are emergencies. They've asked for help, so they're not going to be too bad a stickler. But this should all, this entire mission should just take place out at sea. Of course, that's the plan. We know how the plan happens once you actually engage the enemy.
Yep.
But you guys have proven to be pretty competent at not causing too many international incidents. If there's nothing else, go get ready.
All right.
Continues rolling him out.
Right, just going along for the ride.
A set's on your comm unit, Vika. Apparently she was listening in.
Because of course she was.
Sounds like we're gonna get to go for a swim.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Good. Guess what? That means you get to see the beach.
I don't have an EVA module. Do I need one?
We'll get that sorted out. We should probably go through what we think we'll need and won't need.
There's the bird.
Mm-hmm.
It's the void.
We won't need that pterodactyl. We can take that pterodactyl system out.
No, take that pterodactyl system into the water with you.
Screech at the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like full-powered blue whale sonar.
All right. So, what does? Or say, Tiana was going to swap out. What was it Tiana was going to ditch
Cable
for
winch.
EVA? Okay.
Cable winch.
So nobody gets to ski behind you.
No. But I still have the mule harness, so
Is there anything Uriah was going to have to swap out?
Nah, because of my pilot talent Spaceborne, every mech I have has a permanent EVA module in it.
Okay. What about Corteo? Is there anything you got to do with grid space?
Already swapped it out.
Okay.
Easy enough.
And Freddie, is there anything that Whip needs to swap? Oh yeah, you said you were swapping out the mag boot or mag clamps.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all spend the day getting the mix ready.
You'll also notice a new weapon mounted on Whip and an odd series of coils going to a series of the weapons too.
He's got some new experimental something, don't he?
Yep.
I also have something new from Harrison Armory.
Uriah just has a brand new mech.
It's like, we don't know what is different on this thing. It's new.
Mhm. Yep.
Mom said I couldn't have a dragon, so I built my own.
Pretty much.
Yeah. What's the what is new on Grid Space? Or is it like a completely new mech?
Still grid space.
Okay.
Everything is internal.
So he doesn't look any different.
Yeah.
It's also Horus mech, so it always looks a little different.
Mm-hmm.
That's just from glancing away at it, though.
Yeah.
It's like in those AI made videos. If it moves away from a character and then back, it doesn't quite remember what the character looked like.
Yeah.
All right. So the next day, y'all are loaded up. In a transport. It's a fairly bulky one. And this was a slightly different design. Or maybe it's just got extra parts added to it. This one looks like it would be capable of landing on water. So think a sci-fi futuristic float plane.
Yeah.
Just one size where it can carry a squad of mechs. It's another several hour flight out. Several of these planes take off from the base at the same time.
Okay.
You know, you're loaded up in one. The Mad Dog's loaded up in one. There's another squad loaded up in another one.
Shit. Can I have asked a question now that I just thought of it when we were with Jellicoe?
Sure. You've had a day. If
Sure.
something comes up, you can always.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are we expecting resistance from any other faction while we're out? Besides the obvious.
If the cult's involved, we're assuming they're the ones behind it.
Sure.
I would expect them to have some kind of, if you run across them, I'd expect them to resist.
Mostly referencing like Meshinar.
They do not expect the Shi'Nar to do anything to interfere. They're also sending people to help over kind of,
on another side.
On the coast, north,
away enough so it does not interfere with our
joint
plan.
operation. That's at least.
I've been saying their name the whole time, and now I suddenly blanked. Farlendan. Farlendan. It stretches. Farlendan stretches kind of across both countries.
Yeah.
So the Mat Shi'Nar are sending their guys, north for that to cover that part of the coast, and then the League and you guys are going.
Gotcha.
So there shouldn't be a whole lot of interaction, and even if you happen to run into each other, this is kind of a joint mission. They're not expecting any major conflicts there.
Roger.
Fair enough.
So several flights out. When you arrive, there's a fairly large ship. It's not like aircraft carrier sized, but it is bigger than your transport. And your transport lands next to it. Y'all are brought on board the pilots are brought on board the ship to meet the captain.
So is this the landing vessel, or is this the and this ship is going to take us the rest of the way?
No, you are meeting up with this ship, and this ship is like the command center that y'all will be working out of.
Okay. Well, on the way from base to this ship, I would send the blueprint over to Uriah and be like, can you give this a once-over for her arm?
Fellow mechanical arm haver.
Yeah.
Can I make an invent create roll?
Sure.
Okay. Mechanic accuracy?
That'll work.
14.
All right. Let's note down that when Tiana makes that roll next time, she has an accuracy.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. He'll be looking at us like, He like tap away, well, sort of chew on his nail a bit, pull out start making notes.
I'd assume like in the palm or somewhere on there would be like magnets, like a mag clamp, so that it like sticks instead of it just trying to grapple on. It just sticks to a piece of metal.
Yeah. So when it gets back, there are extensive notes, especially around the mag clamp thing. But
she's gonna be like, "Oh God."
I would say you could probably do both, though. If it's a metallic surface.
Yeah, no, like if it's a metallic surface,
if it was a tree,
but then she still has the ability to. Yeah, she still has the ability to move, but.
Yeah, if we would mention of like the mag clamps, because that's one of Uriah's things that he uses a lot and what he's very familiar with, given his previous profession. Hence why the mag clamp portion of the hand grip, there's like paragraphs.
It gives
Like-
Tiana something to read the last few
Yep.
hours of the flight.
Just sitting in a corner, just reading it.
But then you land, you're brought on board, you're introduced to Captain Finn Magnus.
Magnus.
Thin Magnus.
Sven Magnus.
I will admit,
Lizzie.
I am just minorly disappointed that his name is not Ahab.
A little too on the nose.
I know. So we're going hunting for sea monsters. Sorry.
Or
You're not.
it could have been Ishmael or something similar.
Well, then you just know who was going to survive.
Got you there.
So he brings you in. He shows you the area you're going to be searching. They specifically requested you for this specific area because they have detected something. Something's been pinging in this area. Some sort of metallic construction. Could be a wrecked ship. Could be just trash.
Or it's the place that they were controlling the Kraken from.
That's
Yep.
a possibility.
Mecha Kraken.
Well, I mean, I
Like a king
tracked
Kraken.
the signal out this way. So, put 2 and 2 together, it more than likely makes 4.
And he brings up a thing where it's like, here's the beach y'all were on, here's the direction you were detecting from, here's the ping, It seems to line up.
Mm-hmm.
However, didn't the bull walk into the water that direction?
It did.
So the bull might also be heading this way.
Or it's already been there, and we're just getting what's left.
Either way.
The thing.
So anyway, it's several clicks, Y'all aren't parked like right on top of it. They're not going to drop you down right on top of it.
Mhm.
If it is a base, a submersible,
Yeah.
a really big mech, a group of mechs, whatever. They don't want to give them a hint that hey, that we know where you're at.
Yeah.
So he kind of shows you this kind of trench, this seafloor layout and the trench. Basically, we're going to drop you here, and we're going to let you meander over that direction.
Okay.
There are trenches that you can travel through. That even if they've got some kind of sonar going, though we have not detected that. But a passive sonar system they wouldn't detect. But the trenches should help hide you from them as you approach.
So they're dropping a specific Grim style. Got it.
Now, like I said, this might be a wild goose chase. It might just be a sunken ship there. We have no reports of something like that in the area, but the current, it could have sunk somewhere else, and the currents could have drug it here.
Do you have any idea how big it might be, or just it's a metallic passive ping?
Yeah, we're just picking up metallic.
Fair.
Because if it's a base or something, it could be built into the seafloor. If it's kind of down in one of the trenches as well, so it can be built into the wall of the trench. It's like not pinging enough that it's obviously like a base sitting out on its own. That would show up as something massive.
Yeah.
But and on behalf of his government, he wants to express his thanks that you're kind of willing to do this. Well, they have plenty of ships. they don't have a ton of submersibles.
Mhm.
Or mechs, as they've said previously.
Right. That's why they ask for help. Everybody else has more of the equipment they would need for this. So without further ado, he makes sure everybody's got, make sure all y'all's communicators, are set up so everybody can talk to everybody. He would suggest maintaining, radio silence on your way in. If you find enemies, once you engage the enemy, the jig is basically up at that point. So, and he means radio silence as far as calling back to the ship. The kind of direct line communication that you can use, as y'all are traveling, to talk to each other shouldn't be a problem.
I forgot to.
Uriah has an idea.
No, I forgot to make a roll for my prototype weapon limit.
That is also something I need to do as well.
Does that mean y'all can only fire the prototype so many times or something?
Yeah, it's a limited system.
Yeah, it's a D6 plus 2.
Whereas mine is the improved version, because I have 3 levels of that.
Yeah, I've only got 2. Oh, 8.
Yeah, back.
Okay.
No file. There it is. 2d6.
Just give my points in engineering. That's 10 uses out of that system. That ain't bad.
Oh, it's not too bad.
I got 12.
Nice.
12 uses, or you rolled a 12?
12 uses of it.
Okay.
That's that. It's essentially that gun that I was shooting blast templates and lines early on.
Gotcha,
I've
Yeah,
had that like real early.
Yours would be 10, Patrick. You don't get the plus 2. You just get the 2d6.
No, I have other things.
Oh, yeah. Engineering. Okay. And all that other stuff. Right. My bad.
Alright, let me swap over the other screen. And let me move y'all over where y'all can see where you're at. Alright, can everybody see the map?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we in the north or the south?
You may place yourselves anywhere on the map you want.
I see a big thing of blue.
You might have to zoom out or scroll around.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah, I have to make the map bigger than the map bigger than the actual map, so I can move it around and everything can show up on the OBS layout.
Place myself right here. I will have one of my drones with me.
Okay.
I will have
I
a
am.
shield drone, like guardian drone.
I am maxed out, and I still don't see it.
Try reloading roll 20 or something, because
Let's refresh.
the map area is the actual map.
Are
is
you in
pretty
the
big.
correct game?
Yep, because I just rolled.
Yep. All I can say is reload the page then.
I don't think I can resize my own icon.
Oh yeah, you probably can't. Hang on.
Aha.
No, I would be two
Wait.
sizes bigger than what I am.
That should be good for you.
Ooh, thank you.
All right.
And I will say this: there are both advantages. There are advantages to grouping yourselves close together, and there are also disadvantages. There will be advantages to scattering
Yeah,
yourselves
'cause
out, but also disadvantages.
Have you placed whip on the map already, or?
You should be able to drop in with your character. You just grab your character's name, throw him on the map.
Ah.
I'll be right back.
All right, there we go.
Interesting.
Has that got everybody the right size?
Is. Hmm. That just made it go away.
We having trouble, Patrick?
Yes.
All right, hang on. Let me see if I can throw him down there for you. Okay, I dropped him down close to the
Yeah.
dog. Though this token is featuring your new artwork,
Ah.
which I particularly like. It's like it's the same mech you were using before, but that one's got more personality and a little face.
Yep.
Turn off Vika's nameplate since that's not the same mech anymore.
Why is it not letting me? There I am. Okay.
Just show off everybody's new mechs. All right. So y'all are traveling around, kind of following the path the captain laid out. You're in one of these trenches, so like the level you're on is like 5 levels lower than this. 5 levels lower than this. Pretty much on par with this one. Dropping down here is another 5 levels. And then way down here, you can just see where there's a little bridge, rock or whatever that's even further down. The top layer on the edges here would be 10 above you. And then that light blue, you don't know how far down that goes.
Five up. Our level. Who knows?
But then like
A
over
terrible
here,
fives.
like over here, this is a bunch of silt and stuff. Makes sort of a natural ramp. So like if you got down here, you could just run up and not have to worry about climbing or flying or any of that jazz.
Yeah.
But with an EVA module in water, it counts like you're flying, right? Is that how it works?
It may do it. So
yeah,
it's more important for like line of sight sort of things.
Yeah.
If somebody's on a different level than you, you've got to be kind of at the edges to interact. All right, that's got everybody on board. It seems like so few mechs, but that's just because.
We've had so many. This is actually the most amount of mechs we've had in a few weeks. If you think about it.
Yeah. Previously,
Yeah.
we've had no mechs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so y'all
By
have been
size,
traveling.
we have more.
And this area is not, devoid of life or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen plenty of local flora and fauna. There's a lot of this planet, particularly in that sort of middle sea area. Lots of bioluminescent plants and algae. Makes it pretty. But there's also, it's like when you look down into the far depths, there's like eerily light coming from down there. And you've seen, the local equivalent of sharks. Virtually every planet with life-sustaining oceans have their equivalent of sharks.
Mm.
It's just a basic design that every planet seems to copy. Nothing big enough to threaten a mech, though.
Mm. For now.
Ty is having to reassure that her Rabbit and Kokei's drones are waterproof.
Flip it over, give it tonic and mobility. It's fine.
Just stick their drones in some rice.
Rabbit and Kokei's holograms are both equipped with snorkels and goggles.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. Inside, we're wearing the hard suit pressure suits just in case.
I will also say I put myself here just to have myself here. You guys can have gone wherever you'd like.
Mm.
Sorry, we're lemmings.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
Where would our starting location be? This shelf right here?
Anywhere.
Yeah, you can put
You
yourself
can- you
anywhere on
can
the
have been
map.
wherever
Y'all
you
can be
wanted.
grouped together, scattered out. It does not matter.
Yeah.
You're doomed regardless. I mean,
Ah, the truth came out.
The high ground.
Mm-mm-mm.
We didn't need Sherlock Holmes for this one.
If Sherlock
Actually,
Holmes for a mystery, I am not playing
that
in
might
game.
actually be my original spot might be better because everyone in there would still be within my shield zone if I activated it.
Hi.
I'm probably over here because the set wanted to see like a fish or something.
Is it true what they say about the sharks and flipping them over? Can you do it for me?
well, that's Earth
Get
sharks. They may not.
rotated.
The local sharks may not have that problem.
Get rotated, idiot.
Asit is not depicting herself in any kind of scuba gear. She just has little gill slits on her neck now.
Oh, so she's visible now? Because I have not gotten her a drone. I don't think I'm high enough level for that on her.
Her little icon or whatever probably just pops up on the screen inside the mech.
Okay.
Or if you got one of
I was
those
gonna
built-in
say,
HUDs. She pops
I
up
was
like a
gonna
little zoom
ask-
window at the bottom of your eyeliner.
Night.
I was going to ask if Ty would have like a spare drone for a set if she wanted it, but
We can do that back at the
We can deal
base
that
next time.
yeah, we'll deal with that next time.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, so that's
If we
where
all survive, we'll do that.
is everybody set it where they want to be.
Yep.
Very good then.
I have a serious question though. Does the dog do the doggy paddle?
Yes,
Fantastic.
it is like just doing this at all times.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's not helping it move. It's really the EVA module that's moving.
Yeah, it's the EVA module that's making it move, but it's just for aesthetics. Got to keep up with the namesake.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so y'all are traveling along. Like I said, you're seeing the occasional bit of life. There are creatures that make noise down here, And then you hear You hear a particular sort of cry that you hadn't heard before.
All right, Bird. Here's your cue.
That would have actually been a wonderful time.
Yeah.
No, she just from the other room in a very quiet voice said, "Hello?" Which is
That's
just perfectly
terrifying.
fine. Yeah, it's even worse at like 11:30 at night because it sounds like a 2-year-old child.
Oh, jeez.
There's nothing like the laughter of a young child.
Unless
Especially
you
when you're
live
home
alone.
and have no children.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hear that. It's a short little cry. It's not very long. Aset's like, what was that?
I've got no idea.
Checking the catalog to see if there's if that's a known animal cry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it's been recorded before. Yeah, but nobody knows what it is.
Fantastic. Maybe we just
That
won't
makes-
find out. It can remain a mystery.
You know, it's weird that these people haven't done more research on the creatures on their planet.
The ocean's a terrifying place, so it's understandable.
I have seen nothing in this ocean that is scary yet.
Don't jinx us like that.
Please don't jinx us.
Then, erupting up out of those deep areas I was telling you about,
In the deep
Mhm.
sea, there is nothing but terror.
What the? Is that an eel?
Sihulud.
Oh, fun.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yay.
Yay.
Hey. Oh, great. Tentacle monsters. Just what we needed.
they are
Mm-mm.
not tentacled monsters.
It's an eel. It's a
They
single
do
tentacle.
have a somewhat of a resemblance to a giant eel, or the old mythical sea serpents. They're very long.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they seem to be moving fairly swiftly, though.
Hmm.
And they're clearly very aggressive.
Fantastic.
The moment they come up to view of you and see you, well, it's kind of on.
Okay.
So, one of you gets to start off.
We list a coke. Oh, it's what's
A set.
Sir,
A
what-
set is
set?
because
A set. Congratulations. We've now documented what that sound comes from.
well, these things are making noise, but there's a much deeper, much louder noise.
Mhm.
I'll go first because there's one right next to me, and
Do it.
Yeah.
So anyone looking at grid space will see that there is a little pinhole that probably would not have been perceivable in the main cockpit where Kortev is. It's like so it's like right here on the chest area. It lights red and it like targets. I'm gonna use my first action to skirmish using my gun that I've finally been able to use, my black spot targeting laser.
What's that do?
If it hits, it deals 1d3 plus 1, and then on a hit, drones seeking and nexus weapons get +1 accuracy to attack, and on a critical hit, the target also receives lock on.
Okay.
+4, so 18.
All right. Let's see. This is their evade. All right, an 18 hits.
Alrighty. I'm gonna roll the d3 and roll 20 because I don't. D3s don't actually exist in the world. So
it's just a.
take. I know, but easier this way.
I don't know. Me and Patrick got a buddy named Wayne that has D6s that are 1 through 3 twice.
Yep.
Used to when he'd run D&D, he'd hand those out to the new players to roll their stats.
So it takes 2 points of energy damage.
Okay.
And any drone seeking Nexus
It's a
weapon
check.
systems, weapons and systems get +1 accuracy to attack.
All right.
On
So
that particular one.
you said it did how much damage?
2 energy.
All right, 2 energy damage. It has resistance to energy damage.
Sure.
That knocks it down to 1, and it's got 1 armor.
Okay.
Now the lock on and all that stuff would still.
I didn't hit a crit, so it doesn't.
Oh, that was only on the crit. Okay, my bad.
And that is my first action. I'm going to use my another quick action to scan it. So what is that? Quick tech scan? Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to scan and see if it has those same implants as previous monsters.
All right, and scanning it does that. That's the one that requires an action, but does not require a roll. Correct.
Right.
Yes.
You just
So
gotta
I'm
pick
doing a
what
deep
what
scan on it.
specifically it is you're looking for, which you said,
Yes.
which you've already said, but you know what you were looking for is the
Mhm.
implants.
Yep.
So yeah, you kind of look up at it, scan its head, which is
Kinda like-
easy to do. The head's coming at you, so it's really easy to kind of focus on that.
Yes.
You do not detect any sort of implant.
Good to know. That is possibly a wasted action, but I had to know. And you guys just see a red laser go up and down, and it doesn't do anything to the monster itself, but it does like kind of paint it almost. And I've also done a scan with it, and I'll just say these guys aren't chipped, but they
What if they
are
get lost?
hungry looking. And then I will scoot. How many punch movement do I have now? I think I have an extra movement. I do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over here.
Okay, I noticed the hex lines are hard to see on some areas of it.
A little bit.
Let
Yeah.
me just quickly change that color.
And I'm just
Make
making
it
it like
black,
a
baby.
black. Yeah.
Mm,
Or like a cyan, maybe.
no. Cyan would make it worse.
A
Exactly.
fuchsia.
Nice
Fuchsia.
puce.
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
you go
I
here to the
moved
dark areas.
Specifically leaving my drone there.
Okay.
It was still pretty viewable in the dark areas, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than that green. We'll stick to black and just go with it then.
Yeah.
All right. So grid space backed up. So the one grid space shot is going to go next. It has a move of 8.
Oh, cool. So do I.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Can do this all day.
6, 7, 8.
Excellent.
Then it is going to barrage. It is going to start off by making a grapple attack.
Oh boy.
So what is your evade?
My evade is 13. Just maxed it out.
Okay. And the monster has to gains 1 accuracy to grapple. And it has a +3. 21.
It'll hit.
Alright.
I'm going
Reaction.
to... Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I was
good.
going to reaction just until die. Minus a d6.
Get out of a crit range at least, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's the whole reason.
Go ahead and roll that d6 then. I'll let you roll it. Since it's not a
4.
difficulty, it's just a directly.
So it goes down to.
So that goes from 21 to 17.
Still hits, but it is
Yeah,
crit.
it is still a hit.
I will reaction brace on top of that.
Does grappling do damage automatically, or was that just does it just put the?
I think it's a
condition?
ram or something else.
Let's look it up just to be sure.
Oh, it's just a triggering tech. Never mind.
Uh,
Oh wait, no. I would like to that because it still gives the next attack +1 difficulty.
So both your characters become engaged. Neither character can boost or take actions. Well, that's not quite true for this one, but in general. The smaller character becomes immobilized, but moves when the larger party moves, mirroring their movement.
At the very top here, it says, when you grapple, you try to grab hold of a target and overpower them, disarming them, subduing them, or damaging them so they can't do the same to you.
I'm back.
Okay. So he does do damage.
So he's immobilized. He's not pulled, knocked back, or prone.
No. It wraps around him and squeezes.
Okay.
I will reaction brace then.
All right.
So whatever damage I will have resistance to, and then the next attack is made. All other attacks are made at +1 difficulty.
Okay. That is 6 damage.
3, and then goes to 2.
Okay. And then for its, so the grapple, it's barraging. So the grapple was its first attack, and then it is attacking you with a bite after that.
Yep. I figured.
It having you grappled because of its ability mutation, whatever they call the things. Yeah, mutation's what it's called. Because of that, it has a +1 accuracy to attack targets that it has grappled.
Which is canceled out by the difficulty.
But its baseline attack also gives it accuracy.
Bastard.
And it's got a +6 attack bonus.
That just does not seem fair.
So it's a 25 to hit.
It's
That is 12 points of damage.
that one is
As it clamps onto you, bites onto you.
right. Oh, I haven't done this in a while. System trauma. Let's go.
Already?
Yes, that was a lot of damage.
Took
Yeah,
18
that's
damage.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
How much hull levels have you taken, Sarah?
I have 4 structure and 24 HP.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Trying to get over there.
Oh. Ouch. Unfortunate. My targeting laser goes away.
Ooh, lost the system.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a sec. Oh. That's right. I forgot. Sorry, I thought he had an ability I thought I'd given him an ability, but I forgot I decided on this other one instead.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't boost for free to move to drag you down the hole. Oh well. All right then, one of y'all.
go.
I will.
Unless you want to go.
I would like to go.
Okay.
All right. As for my protocol, I'm going to activate my shield.
Where's Whip? Ah, there's Whip.
And I'm sorry, that's actually it's not a protocol, because I'm actually... That's right. Because I'm
Yeah,
activating
I
my
think this is just
steady aim.
yeah, I think it's just a quick action to activate the shield.
Yeah. Activating my protocol to steady aim. And you know, I found out why it was how we always had that issue of me getting that extra action. It's still not done. It's because I'm still in the Everest. Once a scene, they get a free quick action.
Oh, okay. So it's a Everest thing. It is an Everest thing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like in initiative. Once per scene, you can take any quick action as a free action.
Okay. Okay.
That's where that was coming from.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's once a
now
scene, so once you use that the first time, it should hopefully
Yeah.
Compound will take that out automatically. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we've been shortchanging you. Sorry about that.
Yep. And I'm going to fire my anti-material rifle at the creature.
Okay. The one.
The one that's grappling him.
Yeah. Okay. I figured.
Is that? Oh, okay. That explains that. 23. And I am having to sacrifice, because of a skill that I have, or really trait, I am dropping one of my accuracies because I got the accuracy for steady aim.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad this kicked off, because that means I get an additional d6 damage with this crit.
All right. So you rolled a 20 something.
23.
Okay. Yeah. It's definitely a hit. All right. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Mm-hmm. That is 18 points of damage. AP.
All right. So it's AP. Is it energy or?
It is kinetic.
Kinetic. All right. Let me check its tempered hide. Yes, it is kinetic and energy that it is resistant to. So 18 becomes 9, which is still a heck of a hit.
Chunk.
6, 7, 8, 9. So it goes from in really, really good shape to about the halfway mark.
Could have one tapped it if it didn't have resistance.
So yeah, you carve a big chunk out of it, which also is going to make it easier for other people to shoot, because now there's a big chunk of it that doesn't have its hide.
And
because tempered hide, once they're down to half their HP, they no longer have those resistances.
Sick.
Since I could treat that activating my shield bubble as the free action, it would be able to barrage, correct?
Right. That would be a barrage, which just lets you shoot 2 different weapon systems. So yeah, you can go ahead and make another shot if you want to.
Okay. It's not the one I wanted that. Okay. Alright. The new gun. And that is a 22.
Okay. Well, that is a hit and a crit.
Sure.
So what does your new gun do?
This one has a special little trait. While it is kinetic, because I have my paracausal mod on it, so it's a DMR, so it's a D6 plus 1 damage. If I could mount the paracausal mod on my integrated system, but you can't.
Oh, okay. So it had to go on the new gun. All right. Well, give me a roll for your damage then.
So that is 4 damage. Is it me? Oh, okay. That's what happened there.
All right. So
I
4
see.
damage.
No, because then it overheat. That's what. So I take a heat with this because I rolled a 1 on my damage, and then it goes up. So yeah, because overheat, if you roll a 1 on damage, you take a heat, but you re-roll it. So it's still 4 damage.
Okay.
That's calculated already. It just means I rolled
Is that armor
rolled
piercing?
Paracausal mod cannot be negated. The damage cannot be negated by any means.
Okay. Then he takes the whole 4. He is not in good shape.
So yes, but actually no.
All right. Next up.
I was thinking about putting it on my anti-material rifle, but it is still a loading weapon. So I'd be able to fire it once, and I'd have to reload it next scene, or like have to stabilize to reload it.
All right. So we're gonna go with the fun little monstrosity over here with its move of 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it will boost. 1, 2, 3,
I did not
4,
see that
5,
one up on the
6.
edge there. I was zoomed in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I see
Hello
the 3
there.
in the south too.
See it now.
I see the 3 in the. I see the 3 in the south too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to zoom out the map a little bit here. Alrighty, let's go.
Like I said,
Oh,
there are
no.
advantages and disadvantages if y'all had been spread out or if y'all were grouped together.
And you get a sea serpent. And you get a sea serpent.
Everybody gets a sea serpent. And this one's trying to grapple you.
Let's go.
You want to give free hugs to the one thing you don't want to give free hugs.
But it doesn't know that. It hasn't been watching the actual play up to this point.
He doesn't know what a Baylor is.
It doesn't even realize that fire underwater is weird. It just thinks, oh, it's some of that glowing moss attached to this thing's head, huh? Alright,
Yeah,
so plus 1 accuracy.
Eel versus Baylor.
Bonus.
You think you can eat me? I'm gonna eat you!
Does an 11 hit you?
It does not.
Then it fails to grapple you.
That's a shame.
Issue.
Yeah, it's not real happy about it. Yeah, that's all he can do then. Lasai. Alright, one of y'all is up.
If someone else has a plan, I'm happily let them move, but I think I can.
I mean, the only thing I was gonna do is I was gonna go tackle red.
If
Huh?
let me. I'll go first.
all
Okay.
right.
Okay.
First things first. I'm gonna do a skirmish, and I'm going to hit blue with a plasma torch.
Give him the
Underwater
clamp.
plasma torch.
Does a 20 hit?
It does.
It takes 1 energy, 1 heat, and 1 burn.
Alright.
What?
Underwater physics are so fucking weird at this planet.
Well, actually, plasma does burn underwater. It's just that hot.
Yep.
Alright, so you said it was how much damage?
1 energy damage.
Okay. Is it armor piercing?
No.
Okay.
But it also takes 1 heat if it even can have heat.
I don't think
And
it
1
can. I
burn.
want to say living things when they take a heat,
Yeah.
it's another damage. So,
But it does get a burn as well. So Don't know how that works underwater, but it's a plasma burn.
Well, that would definitely count as another point of damage.
The plasma just gets down into the bone.
So yeah, I would think being underwater would extinguish it almost immediately.
In that
Never
case, we're
heard of
lucky
propane
none of
burn
us
AC.
used a Genghis.
All right, did the dog do anything else?
I still have that scar.
Yeah, the dog's gonna move. I'm just trying to think of the best path here.
You are currently. Would he still be counted as being engaged, or? And
He
please
is
note you're
adjacent to the thing.
And please note you're also still within my shield bubble at this point.
Yeah.
But so is the monster. Well, one of the monsters.
I'm going to move here. So if it gets an attack, that's fine.
Is that a default thing they do?
Yay, EVA module.
Yeah, engagement is a thing. Let me look that up.
Well, counterpoint. It's grappled with Deca, correct?
Correct.
That's true.
It doesn't get reactions.
Yep.
Let me double check and make sure its little special stuff doesn't negate that. Let's
yeah,
see.
it
The
might.
monstrosity gains +1 accuracy to grapple, +1 accuracy when attacking targets grappled by it, and gains the ability to boost and take reactions while grappling.
Never mind then.
So this specific one can because of a mutation it's got.
No,
You
fair
are
enough.
definitely right on the general.
Okay.
Right.
So the last thing I'm going to do with my last quick action is activate the Walk of Kings on Uriah's mech.
What is Walk of Kings?
Are you
An
approaching
allied
me?
character within sensors and line of sight gains overshield equal to 4 plus your grit, so 8. While they have this overshield, all melee attacks gain AP, and the first time each turn that they either hit with a melee attack or take damage from a hostile character, they release a burst 1 energy blast centered on them. All hostile characters within the affected area take 1 AP energy damage.
That's from the Emperor, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So all of as of right now, until you take damage or lose that overshield, all of your attacks are AP, no matter what they are. She knows Uriah is a melee mech.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, range attacks made by an engaged character receive a 1 difficulty.
Yeah, it's still giving me a bonus action. And I'm not in a Everest. Like it's saying I can activate one of my other abilities.
Okay, so that was quick action to attack. You moved.
Yeah.
Move is its own action.
Yep.
It doesn't count as like a
And
quick
then-
action.
No. And then there's a wait.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Walk of Kings is a quick tech action.
Okay.
Okay, I think you have to be on
So I
Overwatch
did-
to get a free attack on you. So I think you're clear.
All right.
Okay. Because I did a skirmish, which is a bonus. Walk of Kings, which is a bonus. Or well, quick tech, excuse me. Both of those are. And then it's saying I can activate one of my others as another quick tech.
Interesting. Just when we thought the mystery was solved.
I'm going to say start round.
All right.
And well, say we're good.
All right. So if you're done, then
Yep.
Sea Serpent number 3 will get to go. Let's see. Red was 1, blue was 2.
Also, do not get to gain extra intel die because I took a hostile action.
All right. So orange gets to go. 8 gets him here. He boosts. Which gets in
Mhm.
here. He attempts to grapple.
Okay.
Does a 16 get past your evade?
Yep.
All right, then you are grappled.
I am grappled. I am now considered size 3.
All right, that makes y'all this equivalently the same size then.
Mhm.
He squeezes you for 6 points of damage.
Okay,
You
so
still have your overshield.
I take 5.
None. You take
No.
none.
I take 5 damage to the overshield.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because I have armor.
Yay.
Let's see, that was moved, boost, grappled. Okay.
Mhm.
So somebody else can go next.
It entered my space. Did it get shot by the Walk of Kings?
It did
No,
damage to you.
that's Dominion's breath.
Oh, okay. So I have to hit it for it to trigger.
Excuse me. That's Imperial Eye. Imperial Eye I did not activate on you.
Gotcha.
Walk of Kings is your melee attacks,
Mhm.
and you have to lose the overshield to do damage in an AoE.
Okay, gotcha. Also, something I forgot to mention, Jason. This is specifically for you because of one of my frame traits. I automatically know when anything is at half HP.
Okay.
Just outright. Part of one of my frame trait, blood sense.
Gotcha. It's like a constant sort of specific scan that's going on or something. Fair enough.
It's like the Enkidu always knows if characters are at or under half their maximum HP, but not the exact number.
Gotcha.
So, grapple. I can still just like punch it, right?
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I think you're just immobilized, so you can't move.
That's fine.
I don't need to move where he's going.
Pretty much. Um.
So what is your Enkidu going to do?
I'm gonna barrage
Okay.
with my
Everything's AP.
yeah, with the torch and the melee weapon, tactical melee weapon.
All right. Which one first?
Torch. So
Okay.
first attack is a 23.
That's a hit.
Well, actually, I get 1 accuracy. 27.
Still a hit.
Yeah. And second attack is an 18.
All right. That's a hit as well.
Okay. So,
So damage for the torch.
the torch will do 4 energy, 3 burn.
So you said 4 energy and 3 burn.
Yes.
All right. So it's 4 energy. He's got one. Or he's got resistance
Mm-hmm.
to energy that knocks it down to 2. He's got 1 armor that knocks it down to 1. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the melee weapon.
Well, the 3 burn as well.
Oh, that's right. I marked the burn, but I didn't mark the damage the burn was done.
Yeah.
All right. Now carry on.
And the tactical melee weapon did 8 kinetic.
Okay. Half to 4. Is it
And
armor
AP.
piercing?
It is
Yeah,
now.
everything is AP
Okay.
Everything is AP.
because of the Walk of Kings. So I'm bypassing all armor for right now.
Okay. And
So he would have taken that. It would have taken that 1 extra that got marked off for armor for the energy.
Okay. Is Walk of Kings all your weapons or just melee weapons?
I think it's all melee.
All weapons. It's all melee
Oh.
weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The torch
all melee.
counts as a melee.
Yeah. Torch is a main melee.
Okay, gotcha.
It's the in the picture it's the plasma blade.
Okay. Oh, okay. And then the other, the tactical one did how much damage did you say?
8.
Okay, so 8. But armor piercing, the resistance was still kicking in.
Yeah.
So that's another 4.
Mhm.
With your blood sense, you know that he is at or below the halfway point.
Okay. Cool. In that case, because this is a lot of them, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna activate my core power. Limit restriction 0.
And what does that do?
It gives me bifurcate. So, does this thing have 7 HP or less and only one structure?
He did.
If the target has 7 HP or less, only one structure remaining, and doesn't have immunity to damage. Does it meet that condition?
It does not.
It does not? Okay. So it takes 1 damage.
Is that armor piercing?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's technically not an attack, it just does damage.
It's an automatic damage, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that it for you?
Yes. I get a Blade Master dice back. Okay.
So that was the third. Oh wait, that one would have been the fourth one. The third one
Actually-
would be this one here. Okay.
Because I'm still learning this mech, can I rescind that core protocol activation? Because I was still learning this thing.
Yeah, but I mean, you knew what it did.
Yeah. It's the way it works is I thought it kept refunding until the end of the turn. It does not. It does not. Well, actually,
Well, it's a core power. You'd use it once in the mission.
oh, I can just keep using it because it's active right now. Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Okay. This fella here in the middle is going to go.
New mech, who this?
Let's see. Oh, the Bellor is not. It's engaged, but it is not. Did not successfully grapple you, correct, Vika?
Correct.
All right. And I'm going to roll a D6. Even it attacks Vika. Odd it attacks the dog. Since y'all are the two closest.
The dog.
Could come after me and suddenly make me a size 6.
All
We
right.
don't
It
have the hexagons.
rolled
for
even,
this.
which I believe I said was Vika. So it attempts to grapple Vika. Does a 13 hit you, Vika?
Just barely.
All right, then you all got grappled. That is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then it is going to attack you with its bite. And it gets an accuracy for that. And an accuracy for you being grappled. Does an 18 hit you?
It does.
That is 12 points of damage. Kinetic damage is not armor piercing or anything weird.
Okay.
All right, and you are, of course, immobile.
Good.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be good for these guys at all. All right, and that is it for him or her. It's hard to tell. Who wants to go next?
I think I'm the last one.
I think you are.
All right. What horrors are you about to unleash?
So first off, just because they're standing a bit too close to me, I'd like them to both take 2 AP damage each.
Okay. Is that an area
I'm
effect?
sorry. 2 kinetic damage. Scouring swarm frame trait. 2 kinetic damage to characters of its choice that start their turn grappled by or adjacent to. It's very adjacent to me.
They are both very adjacent.
Extremely adjacent.
It's exceptionally adjacent.
All right. So that is.
How dare you be here?
There's number 1 and number 3.
Don't stand
okay.
so. Don't stand so.
I will be right back. And Jason, for your if purple or pink grapple me, and for the terms of grapple, I'm considered a size 6.
Okay.
If they both manage it, I'm considered a size 9. So.
Oh, okay. That keeps going up as you're grappled. Gotcha.
Yeah, well, it's because their size keeps adding.
Mm-mm-mm.
So if I have 2 grappling me, I'm considered size 6 to equalize.
Gotcha.
Alright, what do I need to roll to attempt to break out of grapple?
I believe it's a hold. We'll check in just a second. You said the swarm did how much damage?
2 kinetic to each of them.
2 kinetic. All right. So the resistance drops that by 1, and their armor drops
Isn't
it by
that
1.
Isn't that AP kinetic, or am I thinking something else?
No, it's kinetic damage.
Oh, just kinetic
Okay.
damage. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In that
Some
case,
of the stuff
with their
that White
resistances
Witch
and
did
their
was
armor,
AP.
they're fine.
Well, dang. Let's see then. It's a hull check to get free.
Where's grapple? I believe so, but let me check what kind of modifiers there are.
Yes, it's a hull contesting hull checks.
Contesting holes. Okay.
And grit gets added in, correct?
Correct. Monstrosity has a +1 accuracy, 2 grapples, and 6. Ooh, so it's a 19 on that dice, a 5 on that dice, +6. So it's a total of a 30.
I was so
Jesus.
close.
Jesus.
And do size differences have some effect on that, don't they?
Probably. That may be why it gets like an extra accuracy or something. I'm not sure.
Well, that's built into its ability.
Okay. What were the terms of grappled again? Am I just immobilized, or can I take any kind of action?
Well, immobilized just means you can't take a movement.
Okay, I can't take a movement, but I can slap them around. Okay.
Yes, I believe so.
Correction. It's both characters become engaged. Neither can boost or take reactions for the duration of the grapple. The smaller character becomes immobilized, but moves when the larger party moves.
Okay.
So
Well, she is smaller than him.
I can
so
still slap them though.
that's true. Yeah.
yes. Slap away.
That's all I care about. We're gonna take a hit on red. Wait, which one's grappling me?
Green over here.
Okay, I'm gonna actually start with green.
Okay.
This is a smart weapon, which means it is using their E defense as evasion. If they don't have E defense, they count as having 8 E defense.
Okay. They have a 10 E defense.
It's been so long since combat. It's a D20 plus grit.
Correct.
$23.
All right. That's a crit.
Me remembering, you can just use the click on the thing, silly.
Every single time.
Eight kinetic damage.
Okay.
And it would pull it as close as possible, but it is already exceptionally close.
Yes, yes.
And because of Executioner, I will make a free action as an attack against the other one.
Okay.
And actually, first time around that you perform a critical hit with heavy or super heavy melee weapon, deal 3 kinetic damage to all characters and objects of your choice within threat. So, 3 more kinetic damage on each of them.
All right.
And then I'll roll to the other one, and it takes half damage.
Does it still use the E defense?
Yes, it's a smart weapon.
Okay.
They take 5 kinetic damage.
Okay.
And
So they're getting somewhat thumped.
oh yeah,
Thumped first.
and I'm gonna go ahead and prime Camus's razor just in case I need it, and regenerate a quarter of my HP.
Oh fuck.
Well, that's no
Baylor,
good.
bro.
Baylor moment.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's fantastic, bro.
I thought about giving that ability to these guys. There were so many good options. You can only choose so many of them.
Yeah. Gotta pick and choose.
All right. So I've got purple and other purple down here. So we're gonna let purple go.
That's purple and violet. Let's just go with that.
Well, I think one may be almost pink. I don't know. Let's see. She's grappled. He's grappled. So it's not going to go after them. But I don't know if it'll reach anybody else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it gets there. It boosts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's as far as it gets. So nobody's within range. So it seems to spend the turn. You know, it's bolted up to where the action is, but it's also like looking around, like it's looking for something. All right. Is there any? That was Vika was the last one to go, right? On y'all side.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
In that case, the other guy's gonna go. 7, 8. Boost. 7, 8. Again, this one's kind of looking around. That's the end of his turn. That's the end of this one's turn. And that is the end of the round. Round 2. Fight. Once again, you hear that initial little cry that you heard.
If this purple one's looking around.
And you see all of them that aren't, any of them directly, any of them that are grappling somebody, you're their focus. Any of them not grappling somebody, you see their heads, you see them react to that little cry.
Do I see which direction they turn when they hear that cry?
It's like they're looking over in kind of this direction over here.
Down there.
Yeah.
That said, is there any information at all on that noise? Anything that may have happened?
It's
When that
listed as
noise
having
was
been
heard.
recorded. They're aware that it's some kind of sea life. They didn't know what animal had made it.
It's the blip.
You mean the bloop?
The bloop. The blip bloop.
It's the
I
mysterious
all the
have-
same to you
sound.
guys.
It's
I'd
the
like to get this
mysterious
thing off.
sound that's not actually that mysterious. The expert.
Yeah,
I
no,
have a
go for it if you want to get it off of you.
I have a suspicion, so.
Alright,
Who
so
wants
who's
to
going?
go?
I'm going. I am going to, as a protocol,
Okay.
move my drone.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And then I'm going to lay into this thing.
Okay.
And I get an accuracy because of the aforementioned targeting laser.
All right, and this one is the most injured person on the board.
Okay. Okay. Oops, that was cocked. That's better. All right. 8, 12. Just under a crit. Wait, actually, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nope, just under a crit. 18.
All right, well, that's a hit.
It's still a hit. That's fine. All right. And
Not by much,
then
but it is a hit.
it's- Yeah. D6 plus 3. It's going to be 4 AP energy, which is halved to 2.
It is not half because this one's so badly injured.
Okay, then it is what did I say? 4 AP.
Yep. Yeah. Once they hit the halfway point, they lose that resistance.
Excellent. See, hoping for more damage there, but we get what we get.
Yep.
Oh, that's a okay. Never mind. Cool.
Even though that's super inaccurate way to mark it underwater.
Yeah, well,
But you've been complaining about it, so I had to.
that's
But it is
it
out.
for me.
Yep. It loosens up. And it's just floating there.
For some reason, Gritspace is like breathing. It's like,
Cast manual breathing.
and well, this is ineffectual to the
Damn you.
actual what's going on. But he's also looking around to the source of the sound and seeing if
Okay.
he can see it. But that's all his actions, so that's it for his turn.
Okay. You do not see anything that would make you think, well, the only creature you're seeing at this point are the, or your guys
The
and the
obvious
serpents.
ones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In that case, we're gonna let. We're gonna let the one grappling Vika go.
Crippling.
Rippling.
Got suction cups. It's crippling.
Gripple.
All right, that was 1, 2. That one's number 4. All right, so first it's going to attack Vika.
Okay.
So its bite attack has an accuracy. Because you're grappled, it has an accuracy to attack you.
That's not good, Kai.
That's fine.
Not a crit. It got a 19.
Oh, it's just
Okay.
So that is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And then it is going to move here, which drags you with it. And it starts descending with you.
Alrighty.
Let me see. Will you stand on? Yeah, you'll stand on top of it. So let's overlap y'all a little bit, just to show you're grappled.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, I said it's like I don't think I like the way this thing hugs.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
I've done the
I think we
calculations.
should get
though.
out of here.
The pressure shouldn't bother us.
It's not so much the pressure I'm worried about; it's potential cave-ins.
I have a question before Vika goes.
Into the abyss.
Because we are in water, does it count as sharing a surface if I put from one point to another in the water?
What do you mean sharing a surface?
So one of my moves specifically states that it has to share a surface, but I choose a point and then choose another point, and it has to share a surface. But because we're in water,
Is it like a teleportation or a movement?
no, it's technically involuntary movement in five spaces from point A to point B.
Yeah, I would say that being a problem in water then.
Okay. Also specifically stating grapple, it says if they break adjacency, but if she's it doesn't say anything about the other person being moved if it's involuntary movement. You see what I'm trying to say here?
It's like you're trying to hit her
'Cause
like
my-
a cue ball to knock her out from the coils of this
Well,
thing.
I'm trying to put my new ability on Vika, and then it basically slingshot her 5 spaces away when she starts her
Actually,
turn.
I want to check something here. I might
Goodness, into
be
the
able.
mouth.
Now, this is a weird interaction. As he was talking this, you were an allied character within sensors, of which Vika would be. And they are in line of sight is push, pulled, knocked back, or knocked prone. In this case, she is being pulled. She's grappled with it.
Mm.
I can take 2 heat, the movement status is prevented, and the target gains immunity to all above effects until the start of their next turn. This is called Flash Lock. Essentially, this is from the Saladin. That's a Saladin ability.
Is it a reaction though?
It says frequency once around. I believe
that's
it
not
is.
The same that's not the same as whether it should say whether it's a reaction or an action.
Let's see. There's
I'd assume it would be with the way
reaction.
it's worded.
It does say reaction.
Reaction. It is reaction. I had to go out of the description to see the tag.
And to what Carl was talking about, grapple end. One of the things listed for when grapple ends is either character breaks adjacency, such as if they are knocked back by another effect.
Okay, yeah, that's why I wanted to ask the question about.
If you knocked her back, that would break.
Okay.
Essentially,
So if
continue.
go ahead. No, I was going to say I don't know if you wanted to use your ability prior to, but the effects already happened.
Because
so.
this would essentially, when it's trying to pull her down, essentially she's now frozen in space.
All right. So which one of you is going to knock Vika loose? It sounds like either one of you can do it. Both of you are doing it as a reaction. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So your reaction, as soon as it starts to try to move her,
yeah,
you basically lock her in place some kind of way.
Yeah.
All right. So she is still right here, and it moves away from her, and then it acts all confused that why she didn't come with it. Now, when you do that, is it something visibly noticeable? Like, did you hit her with a beam, or what's the description here?
Let me go back to how it's described. I might actually have to pull it up.
This is a Saladin trait?
Yeah, it's a Saladin trait.
Flash Anchor.
Yes, Flash Anchor.
You or an allied character in sensors or line of sight is push, pulled, knocked back, or knocked prone. You take 2 heat, the movement is prevented, and the target gains immunity to all of the above effects until the start of the next turn. User-directed quantum superpositional lockdown projection. It's like a projection.
Okay. And since she was 9 away, which is probably within his sensor, so yeah.
Yeah, my sensors are 10.
All right. In that case, it's going to sit here.
That's-
You know, if it had seen you, something visibly from you to get its attention, it would have gone ahead and boosted and moved towards you. But it didn't, so it's just going to sit there confused for a second and debate its next attack.
It's like my dog Prince when he wraps himself around a mailbox. I should be moving. Why aren't I?
All right, so one of y'all gets to go now.
Took over mine, so it's up to if anybody wants to go before me.
I would like to move, if that's all right. So I am canceling my shield. 1, 2, 4, 5. And I'm going to want to drop down to here.
Okay. You got an EVA, so there's no falling damage.
Yeah.
All right, so you're on that level.
And I want to boost. Now there. That helps. I need to start round 2. I apologize. There we go. And I'm going to boost. So 1, 2. There's you. Roll 20. 5. And I want to scan in my sensor range here.
You scan, and just right adjacent to you, because you walk just the perfect spot, there is a small underwater speaker.
I will cut that down.
Do you have another action?
So let's see. I boosted as an action.
You boosted and you scanned.
That is correct. And I had to activate my shield with my last one, so.
Wait. Did you use your free action with your Everest?
Yes, I had to activate my shield. That's how I barraged last turn.
Yep. I didn't hear that part. So
you know it's there.
And I will let the team know this.
Uh,
Because they apparently think I let the team. There's someone planted a speaker here. I think these things believe there's a young nearby. So
about the same. Oh, go ahead, man.
I'm pretty sure they think we were attacking a child, and now they're here.
Now you should feel bad that you killed one.
Now I actually have to do it. Can't be a liar now.
But yeah, Freddy gives you that information, and at almost the same time, Koke and Aset are like, basically upset. It's kind of like, crap, why didn't we notice that? The 2 times we've heard the cry, it's the exact same cry.
Exact same frequency.
Yeah, it's like there's,
Pre-recorded.
Yeah,
no change
like,
in pitch.
even if a person says the same word multiple times, if you looked at look closely enough at the waveform, it'd be slightly different.
Don't beat yourself up. We got a lot going on right now.
Don't beat yourself up about it right now. Beat yourself up about it later.
There'll be plenty of time to beat ourselves up about it later.
Can't. I'm being beat up right now.
All right, so that was Whip. So one of the serpents can go now. Serpent 1 over here next to Vika. He's going to try to grapple Vika. These guys don't have a lot of strategies. It's basically wrap something up and then bite it. Then drag it deeper into the water. Oh, it's only got the 1 accuracy. Only got a 10, though. Is that going to do it for you, Vika?
Nope.
All right, then it's going to try to bite you, but it does not have the extra accuracy for the grappling.
Bite.
Just the accuracy for the bite.
Bite.
24.
A second, I'm checking if I can do anything.
You could brace.
You're
Well,
muted. You're
yeah.
okay.
I'll say you did hit, so you do have some Blade Master dice too.
That's not natural.
Yeah, it would give me resistance.
Yeah.
Right now, that's not what I'm looking for.
I will try and roll a d6 to get that below the crit.
It's not gonna matter, my dude.
Well,
It's not gonna matter, my dude.
okay.
I'm
Never mind.
structuring either way.
Never mind.
Even with resistance, cutting it in half.
I mean, unless we're doing half HP points.
Well,
I'm at 1 HP on my track.
Oh,
I haven't had a chance to heal back up.
You're structuring. Never mind.
Yeah, one way or another, I'm structuring. And I'm not. I don't have Hell Swarm active, so I can't do the roll a d6 and see what happens. All right, let's go.
All right. Well, that was a crit. So
I'll still parry to gain resistance.
okay. Then it does its normal damage of 12.
Actually, brace is the one that cuts it in half, or it also just does
The triggering
resistance.
damage
Yeah.
in half, yes.
Brace just
Okay, yeah,
gives
brace me.
resistance against the damage, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna use your action and brace and keep the Swords Master down.
Yeah, keep the Blade Master. Yep.
Alrighty. So yeah, so 12 damage.
Okay.
Do you have the?
I'm rolling the structure thing.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you had the chart handy. Oh, I guess you're all using Compcom. Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
What is a 2 on system trauma?
That doesn't sound very good.
Well, 1 is the exploding.
System. Parts of your mechs are torn off by the damage. Roll a 1d6 on a 1 to 3. All weapons on one mount of your choice are destroyed. On a 4 to 6, a system of your choice is destroyed.
Okay, so I just lose a weapon. Alrighty. Cool. So the part that would hold like basically where the ferrofluid lance would have been stored just gets shredded.
Ferrofluid goes floating off everywhere.
No, it probably just looks like bits and pieces of Baylor.
Yeah, that's not going to contaminate this area for the next generations.
It's fine.
It says like, man, we didn't even get to try to use that one. I wanted to see what it did.
We'll get it fixed up back when we get back to base. We got other stuff to worry about now.
And for some odd reason, now Captain Planet just appears and looks at you disappointed.
And then turns
There's
you
a
into
Native
tree.
American guy crying.
This isn't America. You wouldn't care.
No, it's Captain Cradle. We have to be legally distinct.
Captain Cradle. How much damage was it again?
12.
Fantastic. Wait, 12 was halved?
It critted.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to do the thing to get it away from the crit.
I pick up what you're putting down now.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And I was told no, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was my bad. Oh well. I'm not worried. It is what it is, what it is, what it is.
Alright, so that was the... It tried to grapple you. It tried to bite you. It is done. Who's next up on the parade?
And Jason, it is almost 9:30.
Yeah, we're gonna try to wrap this turn up as quickly as possible.
Okay.
I mean, I could go.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Cool.
Do what you do.
Yeah. So due to grapple rules, we're gonna be doing contested hull checks.
Okay.
So.
WWE time.
Mm-hmm. I
You
got
got a
22.
20. Okay,
Right.
so you beat it by 2.
So for the purposes of the grapple at the moment, I am the larger target.
Okay. So it is
So-
immobilized, not you.
Yeah. So it's coming with me. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna boost.
Wee adventure.
Yep, pretty much.
Suplex the eel.
Well, actually, what's happening here is I'm going to ram the other one.
You're using the eel to ram the other eel. I gotcha.
Pretty much, yeah.
Amazing.
I'm going to hit this giant monster with this other giant monster.
More or less.
What's a kaiju if not a weapon?
Mm-hmm.
It's a whip.
Okay, so I get.
And it'll nay.
So I get.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I love you, Sam. I'm sorry.
So I get 2 accuracy for this. 1 for my personalization and 1 for my pilot trait for Juggernaut. So does a 22 hit?
Let's see. It's 22 hits.
Sweet.
It also crits.
Well, it doesn't do any damage.
No.
And Mr. Eelman there is going to be flying backwards 3 spaces.
So red here.
Yeah.
3. All right.
And oh, so I am now here. Still have 2 more movement. So 1,
Right.
2,
You're dragging him with you at this point.
and yep. And because I have ace, rolling a d6. 6. Okay. That is. So I take 3 heat, but I gain 6 more movement.
Okay.
As I am now just going to go. Hello!
All right. You pull this guy with you. Or are you
Hello
still
there.
grappling this guy, or did you?
Now that guy's still grappled, except he is now up against the wall. So I'm interposing myself between this thing and Vika.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hello there.
Uriah's just taking the kaiju for a walk.
Yep.
Everybody
going
likes
on walkies. Yep.
Yeah.
He's going on walkies.
Mom will only let you have pets if you take it on a walk.
Yeah, pretty much. So that is movement, movement, both quick actions, my free action for Ace. Believe that's everything.
Okay. All right. So that's one who's already gone. Then I had that one that attacked Vika. So that one has gone. So the one you're grappling had not taken an action this round.
Correct. But for this turn, he is the loser of the grapple.
Well, he
So-
can spend his action to try to reverse that.
He can.
And you only beat him by 2, so I think he's going to.
All right. Let's make that attempt then.
All right. $22.
Confusion.
He does get
Oh,
confusing.
and, no, it's just the wording. Like, so for the system I have, synthetic muscle netting, you can ram targets larger than you, and you ram or grapple larger targets you count as the same size as the largest opponent. When you grapple or ram opponents of the same size or smaller, you count as one size larger. So I'm sitting there going, do I count as size 4 now? But no, it's just the wording placement there. As I'm still just size 3, so it's still a contested check. I was sitting there going, huh? 26.
All right. So you are still in charge.
I am still in charge.
So he's going to try
We're
to
going.
bite you.
It's like I said, we're going on walkies.
So now he's going to bite you.
Okay.
Man, that was a pathetic roll.
Mm-hmm.
Does an 11 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Intervention. Camus's razor. I become the target of that action instead, even if it's a melee.
Okay.
All right. So in that
Technically,
case,
it would.
if Baylor does something to get its attention, so it turns its head and snaps it at the Baylor.
Just a
Mhm.
big blob of
From way too
Baylor
far away to
nanites.
actually reach the Baylor, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's its go.
I think I'm the last one.
Yep.
To hack the speaker, do I just have to be in sensor range of it?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. And it's. Did you say it was here next to?
Yeah,
It's
right
basically
next
it's
to me.
right here on this one.
It's right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Jason, real quick thing, that would still be damage. It's not an overshield, it's a I take damage.
Oh, you do take the damage.
Yes, unless
I mean, I still have overshield.
how much overshield?
I still have 3, and I have
Yeah.
24 HP.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah, you save yourself. Let me eat the damage.
Okay.
All right, in that case, you'd have taken 12.
Taking 12.
12
Okay,
kinetic.
so that'd be 11 minus 3, so 8. Okay.
Does something bad happen when the shield goes boom too?
Yes, it does. Car.
Everything around it takes 1 AP energy damage.
All right.
Can't resist it. Just happens.
It's hostile targets. Yes.
All hostile creatures in the affected area take 1 AP energy.
Okay, so orange and red.
All right. So it is
Both get hit.
1.
I'm almost in danger zone.
And 4. Okay.
So I'm waiting until everything is resolved, and then I'll say what I'm going to do.
All right, they're taking the damage.
Okay. Ty is going to try and hack the speaker so that it stops making the sound, but they can still trace it back to where it's originating from, if that's possible.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my actions too, but good work.
Yeah. 19.
And that would be
Ty has been
your-
learning.
I was reading that Hacking for Dummies book.
Yeah.
All right, 19 is higher than its E defense. Let's see.
Basically disable the auditory noise, but still enable it to where we can trace it back if we needed to.
Just hit the mute button on the speaker right here, and there we go.
All right, where are the quick ticks? All right, so you're basically it's basically an invade. Yep, system sources E defense. Well, that goes into heat and impair. That's not exactly in this case. This is not a mech, so yeah. So you get in there. You switch off the audio. It is not receiving signals from anything. It is set up to. It is set up basically to detect like non-organic movement.
It's a landmine.
Yeah, it's a booby trap. So I do like the idea.
Okay. So I replay that to the group.
Okay.
That would be
Theater
what would that be?
recording
There we
of
go.
that sound.
I mean, Rabbit could probably have done that, or Koke probably could have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asset probably scanned it several times.
Is it a quick tech? Yes, invade. So that's a 19 on that success. Okay. So I still have a quick action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to toss. I'm going to toss Domain's Breath on Uriah. Meaning, if you gain one overshield,
Okay.
and if you lose the overshield, something happens.
Okay.
Maybe something good, maybe something bad. He's not saying.
It's
Shenanigans.
shenanigans for the
It's
for the
more
enemy.
electrical pulses.
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
Congratulations, you
invade
are now
considered-
Taser.
Is invade considered a hostile action? I assume it would be.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would definitely be.
Okay. All right. I'm done.
All
Start
right.
of round 3.
And that's the
At least for
last
me.
of y'all, I think.
I don't think I've done anything. I got thrown around, but I didn't take any actions myself.
All right. Then
Oh,
let
my
me
bad.
let one of my serpents will go, and then you will go. All right, number 5 is this purple one here. Who is
Yeah.
who is heading over here where it heard the noise and sees a potential enemy. So he's going to try to
Okay.
grapple whip. I got a 12.
That hit me.
All right.
Oh wait, is that just a attack, or is that just a?
This is it
Do I
grappling.
have to roll whole? Oh, so I have to roll whole then, correct?
Let's see. Let me check. That may be the NPC. No. To establish the grapple, the NPC makes a melee attack against the character adjacent to them.
Okay.
And you're
so,
grappled if it's successful. Your response to the grapple is where the contested hold comes in.
Okay.
When you're trying to like out grapple them, either to escape or to take control of the grapple. So that hit. It is 6 points of damage when it squeezes. It's just kinetic. It's not arc piercing or anything weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then for its second action, it's going to try to bite you. With a 13. Does that hit?
That does hit.
All right, that is 12 points of damage. Kinetic.
I am down to 1.
All right, but not structured. That's important.
Yeah.
All right, so that's his go. So now Vika can go.
Glancing back at yellow and red, which one looks more beat up?
Oh, let's see. Red has taken some damage.
I'm currently strangling the life out of Orange at the moment.
That was 1, 2.
Well, actually, thanks to my sensors, we can tell everybody which ones are at half health or less. Because blood sense. Because I automatically just know.
Orange is more damage than red.
Fantastic.
I think I automatically know when any of you all. Oh. I automatically know when you all are at half health or under too. Because you are characters.
Don't like that. I'm
Doesn't
gonna
say
just move
hostile.
there. Slap the thing with a weep. It has 1 accuracy. I have a smaller monitor right now, so I'm taking a little bit longer to find it.
Understandable.
19.
Does the whip counts as a melee attack, correct? Even though there's a range.
Whip is
to
a
it.
melee and it's smart, so it goes based off their E defense, which if they don't have one is 8.
E defense is 10, so that's definitely a hit. If you try to shoot somebody that's grappled, there's difficulty that gets added to it. But
6 damage, kinetic.
okay,
Just double check it again if it has anything weird. Oh yeah, I can make another free action to attack the guy within threat, and yeah, he's definitely within threat.
so it's kind of a whoosh, whoosh to the other side.
Yep.
All right. He also has a knee defense of 10.
26.
Ouch.
11 damage, but it's halved, so 5 damage kinetic.
Okay. And he's got 1 point of armor.
And that one would be considered a crit, so let me see if it gives me an option.
Crits for
It
the
pulls
player.
the target.
Usually you roll damage twice, take the highest.
I did it in the
Comp may do that automatically. I don't know.
Yeah, it does it
Comp does it
automatic.
automatically.
Yeah.
All right, so it already
what
gave
you
you the best of the roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And it would pull it to a free space adjacent to me or as close as possible, but it's already, it would be close to me just right in that square. So we'll just leave it where it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it would already be adjacent. So. If you wanted to move it around to somewhere else adjacent to you, that'd be fine.
Nah. We're good.
All right. And then
Let's
my
double check it.
last serpent gets to go. And that is Pinky down here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it boosts to move the 2 squares it needs to get to Vika. And it will try to grapple Vika.
Rude.
22.
I'm going to do a -6 on this,
All right, roll.
or a -d6.
Well,
Well, it's the grapple.
grapple itself doesn't do any damage. It would still.
Oh, no. He gets a
Average.
squeeze when he grappled you.
No, it does. When you grapple, it still does damage, or they're trying to subdue you. So it still would get the damage.
And I don't think it's going to bring me down. It would just cancel out the critical.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so what did you roll on
No,
the...
Sorry, I was 3. So it's at least not a crit.
Let's see. Yep, you're right. So baseline. So still, you're grappled. 6 points of damage.
I'm going to use a Blade Master as reaction to gain resistance, so
Okay.
3
So
points
6
of
goes
damage.
3. And it's just regular kinetic, so you got armor. You know.
I don't have any armor in this one.
What?
I have the regenerating health.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's-
that's pretty. That's probably better than armor long term.
Yeah.
Arguably, yeah.
Because when you activate your core power, you get half your health back.
Yep.
All right, so that wraps up this turn. Then we can move to round 3, which we will of course
Next week.
deal with next week. So everybody jot down your damage just in case CompCon wants to forget. It does that sometimes.
I should be here, so mine's been pretty good about it.
Well, I hope you all had fun. I was enjoying this one.
Oh yeah.
I look forward to finishing it up. You know, especially after an entire mission where you didn't really deal with the mechs.
Yeah. And now some of us have all new mechs.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You mech who this?
I'm so proud of myself for getting
What?
tokens for most of you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Didn't do mine.
So I was going to ask you, Corey, did the dog get bigger?
The dog is still size
3.
3.
Okay, so that's still the right token then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope anybody that came by to watch or comes by and watches later on the replay, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us again in 2 weeks. Again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason.
2 weeks?
I mean, excuse me, a week. Sorry, I
Okay,
just
I
had
was
my
like, wait a
icons.
minute.
I just had my icons game this
Mhm.
past
Okay.
Sunday. That's an every other week thing. Next week.
Was there a
hopefully-
holiday I didn't know
Hopefully you'll
about?
join us next
Yeah.
week. Oh, yes. And with me tonight was Cara playing Tiana, Eric playing Uriah, Sarah playing Vika, Jeremy playing Cortev, and Patrick playing Freddy. And we will see y'all next time.
Good night, everybody.